Hi guys, so there's an interesting video going around today, floating around on YouTube, that's showcasing a version of the Millennium Falcon docking with some type of shuttle that could actually represent what that new center section is on the new version of the Millennium Falcon from the solo trailer that we have seen. As you may or may not be aware, there is a new version of the Millennium Falcon. Of course, it has a different paint job. This is Lando's version of the Millennium Falcon before Han Solo won it from Lando Calrissian. And it looks different. I mean, it stands to reason that the antenna dish assembly can be a little bit different. That's something that we've seen get, destroyed and repaired from time to time. But one of the things that is most different is the center section is filled in and not hollow like we know and love for the original Millennium Falcon. Now, this video kind of shows it docking with this, maybe it's a shuttle, maybe it's a cargo container, maybe it's an escape craft. We don't know exactly what it is, but whatever it is, I think it's really, really cool. Perhaps it's something that's been fitted to the Falcon for the specific mission that they're on, but what implications could this have? Well, first off, if it is some type of cargo container, well then that factors into when Han Solo had to dump his cargo before A New Hope, and he talks about this, and that's why Jabba's after him. Maybe Han Solo actually had that part as a container on there in the Millennium Falcon and dropped it at the site of an Imperial freighter like we know and love. That is certainly a possibility. It could be that there's actually some type of shuttlecraft that deploys out of the Millennium Falcon for maybe having to split up or to do certain missions so they can split up and go two by two. Similar to how the Ghost has the Phantom and they can split up and go on to different missions, the Millennium Falcon could have a Phantom shuttlecraft of its own. Obviously, it's not the same. It's not a Sheathipede class shuttle, and it doesn't appear to have any weapons, but it's certainly possible. Third option is that it could be some type of kind of luxury yacht, escape craft. So it could be a type of escape craft as well. There are a lot of different possibilities on things it could be. Now, an interesting fact of this as it applies to gaming is how this is going to impact games that the Millennium Falcon is in. If it's a video game, for example, I think that's very easily to play out. It can either be something that just stays attached, or maybe you can take over just this little shuttlecraft. But tabletop gaming, in X-Wing, a lot of people have speculated, will we finally now get a scum version of the Millennium Falcon? Well, imagine if we got a scum Millennium Falcon that also had a deploy mechanic, or maybe dropping a cargo container, and it actually physically comes out. It would be awesome to have a little shuttlecraft that plugs into the Millennium Falcon. And if that is the case, we do expect that it would probably be a scum Millennium Falcon. We probably can expect to see scum versions of Lando and Han Solo, maybe even some of the other crew, probably Chewbacca as well. But not only that, the big question is, if this new Millennium Falcon does have a detachable shuttlecraft, will it actually fit in to the Rebel versions of the Millennium Falcon? And A, would it card allow it to connect? And B, would it actually fit into the model? That's a pretty cool thing to think about. Other games like Armada don't really have a scum and villainy faction, so I don't know if that's going to really be that much of an impact on that game. But for X-Wing, I think it's an absolute distinct possibility that we might see some type of scum Millennium Falcon. It may take a little while. It may not come out until this summer. It might even be after that. We're still seeing Rogue One stuff come out in tabletop games a year afterwards. Armada just got Wave 7, and that's about 14 months after Rogue One, and that was the Rogue One inspired wave. So it could be any time. There is absolutely no timetable of expectations on when these new things could end up hitting your tabletop. But if that's the case, I think is a really cool idea, because there's a lot of stuff in this movie now that can potentially transfer over into gaming, whether it's speeders, and maybe we'll see those in Legion, or we got this new TIE fighter that'll probably show up in X-Wing, or maybe we'll even see new capital ships. I think it won't focus on capital ships a whole lot, but there's definitely the distinct possibility that we will see stuff like that. The only thing that I'm not sure we're going to see is much from the Rebellion. I don't think we'll see a whole lot in the way of rebels in this movie, but you never know. They might surprise us. All we've gotten so far is a spoiler Well, technically 2 spoilers, but they have been very much focused on the criminal underground and what Han Solo's getting into, as well as the Empire. We haven't seen anything about the Rebels. They may actually be there, they might not. It might be a light wave for Rebels, but that's okay because we also have Resistance stuff from The Last Jedi. For example, a Resistance A-Wing that hasn't come out yet. So there's plenty of stuff in there to complete a wave for everything to have stuff, including stuff from this, from all of this. So who knows, but I want to know what you guys think about this front section of the Millennium Falcon. Do you think it's detachable? Do you think it gets blasted off in the movie? How do you think we're going to go from that big version down to the Millennium Falcon that Han Solo knew? If indeed it is some type of shuttlecraft or deployable craft or cargo container, do you think we'll see it detach, like kind of like how the Enterprise would do saucer section, kind of lock on and lock off? What do you think about that? I'm going to link down to the video where I saw this in the comments below. I'm not sure if this video is legit or if it's under some type of, you know, lockdown or whatever, so I'm not including the video in this video itself. I don't want to get in trouble for that because we all know what happens when you start putting up, you know, copyright or protected content. It's not good. Alright guys, well thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about this theory in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell for alerts, and thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.